Yeah, I think defensively, we every time we made a mistake, they capitalized on it. Whether that was in a ball screen and we're helping up, hitting the roller, or over helping, hitting 3-point shooters. And then on offense, I think we got good looks. We just have to knock them down.
Hey, Nas, we talked before the game with Coach and talked about the fundamentals that Portland has as far as their execution with their screens. It seemed like there were some issues with that with the team throughout the game. Is that something you noticed as well from your purview?
Like I just mentioned, every time we made a mistake, they capitalized on it.
Madina, we saw Angel speaking to you throughout the course of the game. What were some of the things that she was sharing with you throughout this game?
It was the things that she thought that I wasn't doing correctly, and she was just talking to me to let me know how I'm supposed to go around them, and just to motivate me.
If you were to evaluate your gameplay today, what would you say?
I mean, we still lost, so.
The next one.
Now, as being one of the leaders of this team, what do you feel like this team is at right now?
I think we're at a point where we know we have things that we have to correct, and we know that we have it in there. It's just a matter of, like we talked about before the game, putting together 40 minutes. I think that there were stretches where we looked good, and I think that there were some stretches where we didn't. And it's going to be a matter of our focus level and our intensity for 40 minutes, and just pulling it out of each other, holding each other accountable, whether it's ourselves individually or each other. And I think that, that's what's going to be our turning point of, this season, is just making sure that we're holding each other accountable. We're putting together 40 minutes or however long it's going to take us to pull out a win, and taking it personal.
We'll jump to Zoom. Go ahead, Wilton.
Nas, this question is for you. There were moments specifically early part of the quarter where it looked like you guys were going to cut into the deficit.
Wilton, hold on a second.
From stringing together some of those stops and really kind of cutting into the deficit a little bit more.
Give me a sec, Wilton. Go ahead, Will.
Okay, Nas, this question is for you. Early in that fourth quarter, it looked like you guys were going to cut into the deficit a little bit more. What were some of the things that kind of prevented you guys from stringing together some more stops to kind of cut into the deficit a little bit more to get the game closer in the fourth quarter?
Like I mentioned, anytime we miscommunicated, anytime we overhelped, they found their open shooters or their rollers. And then, in terms of the offensive end, when we try to creep back in, open shots, you have to take them. You hope to make them, and I think that was really the difference.
Y'all good?
I thought I want to credit Portland. They obviously played great. They shot the ball great. We made defensive mistakes. They made us pay for them, and we couldn't keep up with as well as they were shooting the ball.
Speaking on those mistakes, Coach, what were the biggest mistakes made on defense that allowed them to see a lot of open shots on the pick and pops and things of that nature?
Yeah, well, we had like 3 or 4 miscommunications on some of those pick and pops, so we had 2 people go with 1, and they just have too many good shooters for that, and I think that helped get them a rhythm. They felt like, hey, we're knocking these down, and they kept knocking them down at a good clip for the entire game.
Hey, Coach, whenever Nas and Madina were in here, you could obviously sense the frustration with them. What kind of message did you have for the team after the game?
Well, I guess I had a little different spin on it in that, I think one thing about last year is, I don't think we ever had to go through any real struggle. Like, I feel like we were struggle deprived last year. And then when it comes to playoff time, we really never had to face a lot of adversity. You'll have to ask Liam. I don't even remember losing 2 games in a row last year, like for a whole season. We never had to really dig deep, look at ourselves, and figure out what we needed to do. Well, this year's different, and it could help us get to where we need to get to if we approach it the right way. Now, honestly, we got a lot of wide open shots, and we're not going to win, shooting 20% from 3 when we executed, we worked the ball around, we got wide open shots, whether it was a layup or open 3, if you're gonna be at a, close to a 30% deficit on threes, man, you have to work so hard. I mean, we're winning possessions by a huge margin. We're winning possessions by a margin that you'd probably win 95% of those games. But not if your effective field goal percentage is gonna be what ours is. And hey, a lot of people are struggling shooting it. You better figure it out. Come in extra. Gonna have to get tough. We're gonna have to finish everything. But I don't know. I guess I'm looking at it different. Like, this isn't an opportunity where we have to overcome something, where we have to pull together, and we get an opportunity to do that. It should make us more resilient going forward. If we need to get things together so that we can make the playoffs. But if we do make the playoffs, I think we can be a tougher out if we have to overcome this, and that's the only way out. Like, we can't continue to lose the shooting part of it by 30 points, and our players, I think, know that. And I will tell you, when you're going through like a slump shooting the ball, you start to, it never really is anything. Like, you get fooled by randomness. You have a couple bad games, that happens to everybody. But as soon as you put some weight into it, now it means something. And I think, unfortunately, like, we've got in our heads and that we haven't shot the ball well in a while. Well, that means nothing for the next game, unless you think it means something for the next game. So we just have to understand, we got a lot of good offensive players. We get open, we shoot it, and you should shoot it with the confidence that you're a great player, you're a WNBA player, and you got here because you can make that shot. So we'll see going forward, but I believe in this team, and it's not easy when you're going through the struggle. And I doubt our players agree with it now, but it could be the best thing that ever happens to us this season if we handle it the right way and we get through it.
We saw Leash also on the screen set by Meg Gustafson. It looks like she took a shoulder, maybe to the head. She went down, got up. As soon as she stood up, she went down again. And then she came back in, left the game. Is she in concussion protocol?
Nobody has told me that yet. I've checked on Lee. She says she's doing good, but I'm going to be checking on her again as soon as I get out of here. But I don't have an update on her at this point.
Coach, on a positive note, Madina Okot 5 for 5 from free throw line, 8 rebounds, 19 points, a vast improvement from her first start. What were your thoughts on her today?
Yeah, she did a lot of things really well. She's obviously, a great rebounder, and you can see her athleticism and her ability to finish. Now, on the flip side of that, they were making her guard on the perimeter, and there was some things there where it was kind of a trade-off. But she's still learning, and she's gonna. I doubt she's had to guard on the perimeter much in her whole career. So this is all new, and she gets to do it against the best players in the world, is where she gets to learn. So, she'll get an opportunity to see some of the things on tape and, be able to help correct some of the defensive things. But I think everybody can see the talent that she has. And I thought offensively she did a lot of great things for us on the offensive end.
Coach, the Portland coach kind of made it a point before the game to talk about Jordan Canada fighting through screens to get steals. What were they doing today to prevent her from doing that?
Well, I thought they were really good about setting the screens. I mean, they were going to make contact. They weren't being soft with it, and we didn't defeat as many of the screens as we wanted. We had to switch quite a few, which obviously when it's Jordan or Tahina, they're gonna roll that person into the paint. Now you gotta bounce them out because it's too big of a mismatch inside, and they're really good about, while we're bouncing out, to move the ball to the open person and put us in rotations. Their ball movement was better than, or quicker than, our rotation. So they did exactly what you should do in that situation, and I give them a lot of credit for their level of execution.
Coach, tonight Powell only played 6 minutes. Where are you with her as far as confidence in her being out there? And is she one of the players that you want to see more out of and the shooting and things of that nature?
Yeah, I think Powell could be somebody that really gives us a lift off the bench, like you know, she did last year. She didn't get a ton of opportunity today, but you know, there's going to be more opportunities going forward, and hopefully she plays up to her capabilities, because I think she can really help us.
You good? You on?
You guys come back here on Monday. Is there any expectation that Bree's going to be playing in the game? We saw her going through warm-ups today.
Yeah, I don't know. She was listed doubtful today. They'll tell me in a couple days what she's listed at, and kind of go from there.
Y'all good? Thank you.